They're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Paul Warlow. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Grade 15, grade 15.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Tried for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it, and he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Ryan. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Short throw, pick-6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Nifty move. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you got to circle a guy around, and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On second down, Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
More now. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Here's Matt Bosher now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Eagles offense heading out. You know, last year at this time, Charles, we said this was a franchise that's kind of been in neutral for a while. They're not neutral anymore. Defending Super Bowl champs. What do you think, favorites again?
I think so, because this team has few holes, if any. Look, your quarterback, Carson Wentz, gets hurt before the season's over. His backup, Nick Foles, wins Super Bowl MVP. Wentz probably would have won the regular season if he finished out the year. Offensive line, one of the best in the game. Passing game keeps getting better. Multiple runners who can run it and catch it. Flip it over to defense. Tremendous defensive front. They can just swarm and get after you. Great coordinator, very creative. The big thing for them, they'll have to take everyone's best shot week in and week out during the season.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Hang in there now.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Now Wentz throwing on second down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. More now. From the gun, he'll throw. Got a man. It's the first NFL catch for Calvin Ridley. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Moore. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
To throw is Moore. To throw on second down. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper from 8 yards out. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Great. Shorty. 81. Run. 82.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Four down. 81. Touch. 120.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On play action, it's Wentz. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Two jet.
Play action. Now Wentz. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Eagles send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Let's take it inside his own 40. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And here now come the Falcons. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Moore, throwing on first down. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
I'm there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Falcons on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, now, look at 56.
Back to throw. Moore. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
They'll begin the drive with a J. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Let's go, great. Ram.
To throw, it's Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. 23 yards on the play.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Brooks Reed with a tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here we go.
Wentz going to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brooks Reed coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Leopard! 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 Leopard!
Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
Let's go! 319! 319! Detroit! Detroit! Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Leopard! Leopard!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Here's Moore off the play fake, looking deep downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Justin Hardy, 57 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Wentz on the bootleg. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Takk McKinley in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Grade 15, grade 15.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And an alley to run. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Right back to him on 1st down. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Go. Black, come on.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
Come on now, on the go.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Sunday.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Carson Wentz, that's his first touchdown pass since December 10th of last year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down. Moore swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Moore operating from the gun. Looking downfield for Jones. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Now Sproles. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And out now come the Eagles. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Let's go, let's go.
Now Wentz. Ertz has it left side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Don't go. 180!
Wentz now to throw. And he's got room. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory. A big play there for Philly. 53 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
On the ball.
This is Ajayi. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Now Now Wentz will keep it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Jay Ajayi, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
More now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. More now on 1st and 10. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Watch it now, Barney.
To throw is Moore. Off play action. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Moore now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Moore on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Off the play fake. Moore. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Here's Moore. Throwing on 3rd and long. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. 30. Past the 20. 10. 5. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead.